Hello everyone and welcome to this Stella Live session with Stella's fashion team. We're really excited to be here and try and help you solve every fashion dilemma you might have this summer in 30 minutes. We'll see if we can get that done. My name's Bethan Holt. I am Stella's Fashion News and Features Director. And we're here today in John Lewis's beautiful style studio in Oxford Street. So we're going to be talking through loads of different looks, loads of different products, and hopefully get you lots of tips and inspiration for how to dress now that we're finally out of lockdown and hopefully out and about in the world again. I am joined today by Stella's Head of Fashion, Lisa Armstrong.
Hello.
And our shopping editor, Krissy Turner.
Hi everyone.
So we're just going to have one of the chats that we basically have every single day and hopefully get lots of style tips for you. So we've got 3 amazing models today. Each one of them is wearing a different look that we've put together for a different situation that you might be wearing this summer. And along the way, we're going to try and answer lots of your questions because you submitted some really good ones that have really made us think. So anyway, we're going to get started with a very sort of special occasion look. So if you've got a wedding to go to, a christening, maybe you're going to the races, hopefully this will give you some ideas of what to wear. So we have our lovely first model, Diane. So, I don't know, Krissy, do you want to talk us through?
It's so chic. I love this. So this is a Reiss 2-piece. Well, it comes as separate. So it's a yellow, like lemony blazer and a pleated asymmetric skirt, which we've all mentioned. We love that hem. So nice. And we've just worn it with a navy cami from Modern Rarity at John Lewis and some heels from John Lewis too. And I love that.
I think that's such a brilliant look because, first of all, apparently it's very comfortable.
We've heard.
And also, I think when you're going to outside summer events, one of the big issues is you can get cold. So I love that that's quite warm. But you said you'd feel quite comfortable taking that jacket off, didn't you?
Yeah.
And also that cami would work. We tried it. It looks good tucked in, but we just thought because of the lace, it just was a bit.
Yeah.
It was a bit more special out. But you've got the options.
It's really flattering then over.
And it's
over
just
the
like
stomach,
it's just
isn't it?
really comfortable, isn't it? You look beautiful and elegant, but comfortable. And I think it's really important to be comfortable because otherwise you just end up looking awkward.
One of the things I loved about this look as well is, you know, often you think you have to wear a dress to these kinds of things, but with this, there's so much you can do with these pieces.
Exactly, and then you
get
a lot of bang for your buck.
Yeah. Like this blazer with jeans and sandals later, all over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So one of the questions that we had from one of our viewers today was about pashminas, because I think everyone has a pashmina that they end up grabbing last minute when they're going to a big event. And let's just say they're kind of perhaps not the most stylish thing right now. So what do you guys think are like good alternatives to a pashmina?
Well, I am really going to defend the pashmina here because I think just don't call it a pashmina, call it a blanket, coat or scarf or whatever, and then it's very Dior, right? I mean, they were all over blankets this year, the designers. I think you always need one in your bag, and it's just how you wear it. Just swave it around you with some confidence.
That's true. Yeah.
I actually love what you're doing today, Lisa, with your jacket just
kind
of
rolled
this
over.
is what I would do, definitely. So I always take a blazer along.
Yeah,
and just throw it over my shoulders.
This is actually a really good little cardigan jacket. And it's just very comfortable. And yeah, it's always handy. I mean, I think it's just horrible being cold at events. I've got very low tolerance for that, so I'm very cold-blooded. So yeah, I've always got something in my bag.
Look at young and chic.
Bless you for that.
Okay, let's talk about heels for a second.
Yeah.
Because obviously all of us have probably been living in shoes that are definitely not heels for quite a while now. Much has been said about the heel being dead. What's your opinion? Do you think it's time for us to get back in our heels? Or?
Well, I personally am so not ready, so I'm still going to be doing flat sandals. But I'd do like a statement party shoe. Like this looks great, and that's a good walkable heel for all day.
These
because
are
it's
really
that cone, isn't
timeless
Yeah,
elegant
it's not spindly.
heels.
I love the look of a heel, but I've tried recently and they're just very uncomfortable. I love what Bethan's wearing.
Yeah, you've nailed it.
Because it's really glamorous. It looks quite vintagey. A metallic is really good, but that's a 2-inch heel max.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good solution personally.
Yeah. These are definitely easy to walk around in. I've gone through many long weddings.
And you said they were from Zara.
They were from Zara, like probably about 4 years ago now, but I just keep going for them every year.
The alternative is a flat form, like Krissy and I are doing. I have to say, it's always difficult barefoot, isn't it? Because when you wear them for the first time, mostly they rub.
Yeah.
So I think, again, if you're going to a sort of fancy do, definitely wear them in first.
Oh yeah, I definitely wear like chunky slipper socks throughout the day.
Socks, yeah.
Definitely.
Sure.
Another very popular question from our viewers was about bingo wings. And, you know, in the summer you're wearing short sleeves. I mean, this look actually is perfect because you've just got that beautifully tailored blazer. But if you were to take it off, obviously you've got your cami underneath. But what are some kind of ways to do short sleeves while still feeling confident about your upper arms?
Well, I never wear anything sleeveless, so I always do like a loose cap sleeve like this, because if it's tight, I feel like that I might as well be sleeveless because it's showing off my arm anyway. So I'll do a short sleeve, but it has to be loose. So just try everything on.
Yeah, I think there's so many different length short sleeves, and I think it's about finding a sleeve that cuts you off at your slimmest part.
Yeah,
and Krissy's white. If you can find something that's quite wide and fluttery, that's really that's the goal. But I just want to say something about spindly, because you're saying you never wear sleeveless.
No.
I do buy sleeveless things, mainly to wear under jackets and cardigans, because I think it's a nicer, it's more streamlined. Sometimes sleeves get bunched up, so I think it's interesting. A sleeveless dress or top can be quite useful.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're going to layer it, it just looks quite. I mean, if that were a blouse under there, it would look much fussier.
Yeah, definitely. I would wear this. I'd wear this exactly like Diane, but I would keep the blazer on.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Or do a bit of shoulder
shoulder
robe. Yeah, I'm
your,
down for that.
Over your shoulder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I love the hat as well. I
So
mean,
good.
I am kind of looking for an excuse to wear a hat.
Well, I think a tilty hat, official term, is so flattering.
It is.
It just really angles. It looks very good. It just gives you a bit of help with the cheekbones, I think. I mean,
You don't need any help. Yeah, you're fine.
So Krissy, I really wanted to ask you about your outfit for this segment as well, because lots of people get quite anxious about spending a lot of money on something that they don't feel they're going to wear loads, but your outfit represents a very good solution.
It does. This is not mine. So it's a rented dress. It's from Alexa Chung at Rotaro, which is this really great rental fashion service that I'm trialing. But it's, I never wear, obviously I picked the wrong day to do this, but I never wear dresses. So I don't feel like they're a good investment for me. So renting it, I mean, this is like £35 for 4 days.
Oh, that's really good.
So I can wear it to as many events as I can get to in that time. And I'd only have spent £35, which is great. So this is a good, really recommend it.
And also, if you did find something that you fell in love with and wanted to buy it, you could then rent it out to kind of recoup some of that investment.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah. Brilliant. Well, I hope that's given you some good ideas for special occasion dressing. Thank you so much, Diane.
Thank you.
Okay, so our next dilemma, which I am definitely having a lot of at the moment, we're kind of thinking like barbecues, just those kind of garden get-togethers, all those like really special, lovely friends, family reunions that are happening where you want to feel, you know, dressed up but not going overboard. So we've got beautiful Fanta in our look for this.
I love this skirt.
So
and
nice.
the top. It's beautiful.
She just looks amazing.
Yeah,
I definitely
sold
want
this.
to wear this outfit straight away. So, yeah, Krissy, do you want to talk us through what the different pieces are?
Yeah, so this is a lovely knit from Nearby, a skirt by Kemi Telford, which is a little British brand that's stocked here too, and John Lewis tan sandals, which just go with everything.
Flatforms we
Yeah,
love.
exactly. It looks so nice.
Just looks amazing.
Yeah, and
doesn't
it's that piece that makes a statement, this skirt as well. So it's dressy without being
Exactly.
over the top.
I think patterns often make something look a bit less formal, which is really nice. So you can wear quite a big puffy skirt, but it still looks slightly casual.
Yeah. And the knit dresses it down
fun.
as well.
Yeah.
If it was a blouse, it would be a bit fussy and formal, whereas the knit dresses it down.
I think
so
this
nice.
brand that the knit is by is a really good
Nearby,
one to look at, isn't
yeah,
it?
for
I know
sure.
you love it, Lisa.
Yeah. Well, because Nearby is started by an ex-John Lewis person, actually, and she just, oh my God, her timing was amazing. She launched it about 2 years ago, and it was about clothes to wear at home or in, as you're pottering around, and they're not trackies. But they've got that comfort. It might be some velvet trousers, floppy trousers, these kinds of knits. So it's a good one to look at, very comfortable.
Yeah, those knits come in a few colours. I've had my eye on them for a while, and now seeing this today, I'm going to get one of those because I just feel like I'd wear it all the time.
But it's good for when it gets a bit chilly, because if you're in someone's garden and you don't want to take a big jacket along, and knit's great.
Well, again, I mean, I went, funny enough, last night I was at a garden party, and it was so hot yesterday that I actually went home to change because I was too hot. I got into a dress, but then by 8:30 it was chilly, and I didn't have my blanket with me, so I had to go home, which was really.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
that's
can't have that.
as a fashion editor, not doing what she preaches, not having the thing in the bag. Yeah, definitely. But a cardigan would work well with that.
Yeah, or a little denim jacket would be nice as well.
Definitly.
Love
and
this.
we're big fans of Kemi Telford, aren't we?
Yes, definitely.
So we love that she's now stocked in John Lewis. But yeah, if you don't follow her on Instagram, you definitely should.
Oh yeah,
I know you know her quite well, Krissy, but she just does these really joyful dresses.
And also it's a print that isn't a floral, because I know, we may have reached peak floral.
Yeah.
So it's just it's a little bit almost retro, which makes it timeless, actually, doesn't it? You'll be able to drag that out for years to come.
Well, we actually did have a viewer question about this, which was what are alternatives to, in her words, ghastly florals?
I just want to say something about ghastly florals, because when Bethan told us about that question, I said, I'm so with her. I am so sick of florals. But there are florals and florals, and I think over the last few years, because there have been so many florals, they've got a bit of a bad name, because there are some really ghastly florals out there. I don't know, they've been designed by robots or something. They're horrible. But beautiful floral is always a lovely thing, so don't dismiss them out of hand.
Yeah.
And I think actually what looks really good now, if you can find them, is one great big floral. Like yesterday I went to look at McQueen's new collection for autumn winter, and she's done, I mean, it's very expensive obviously, but she's done these great big, she calls them exploded florals, and then one anemone on a big puffy skirt, and it's a work of art. And when he put it on the floor, the PR, made the skirt into a circle, the anemone is being placed, so it's just perfectly in the circle. You could put it on the wall. Anyway, so I'm just saying, not all florals are the same, but I hear you, and I think you can do. I love checks and polka dots and stripes.
Well, we've got some really nice ones behind us here, haven't we?
Yeah.
I think this gingham one is beautiful. It's from Alba Ray, which is a new brand that's launched this year, which is also at John Lewis. This is really cool, this black and white. That's from a John Lewis collection?
Yeah, that's John Lewis. That's the Galleria dress. And both of these are exclusive to John Lewis, I believe.
Yeah, it's really nice and bold and clean, the black and white.
Totally. And then I'm really in love. I was quite surprised about this. There's a beautiful brown and cream polka dot tea dress from Hobbs, which is not a brand I usually necessarily look at, but it's got serious pretty woman vibe.
Well, Krissy and I were just talking about Hobbs, weren't we? Because that brand fluctuates a lot over the years, but at the moment it is definitely worth looking at. It has some classic pieces that I think are really well made for the price, and they are keepers. I would definitely have a look at Hobbs.
Yeah, I normally have it down as workwear, but the occasion wear edit in John Lewis today is really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, that dress is definitely worth a look.
Perfect.
Love that.
And I love the See by Chloe one, if you definitely don't mind ghastly florals. For me, that's like so bohemian.
It's a little bit 90s.
I know.
I think that's for a younger. That's definitely for a younger.
I think that's so pretty.
But it's very cute.
Yeah. Anyway, Fanta, thank you so much.
Thank
You look
you.
amazing in that look.
Just what the other thing that Fanta was standing in front of, but that scarf, I think that's a wonderful geometric print that again it's timeless, isn't it?
Yeah.
So I think those can look really good as well in small doses.
Definitely. And before we move on to our next one, just wondered if you had any tips about how to look glamorous without looking overdressed, because lots of people are feeling like you know, everything is more casual now, but what are some things that you would do just to not feel too over the top?
Well, I am queen of a statement earring like the ones you've got on. So I always take some. I'll either wear them to the event, and if everyone else is a bit dressed down, I'll just slip to the bathroom and take them off. Or I'll put them on if I'm a bit dressed down and everyone else is a bit more dressed up. But also like a block heel like yours that you can walk in all day, that kind of elevates a more casual look. So I would aim for a casual look and then go elevated on accessories. That's my go-to.
Okay, so I love a statement earring too, but that doesn't always work with your neckline or whatever. So for me, it's a red lipstick. Always have one in my bag, and like Krissy, if everyone's dressed up, but not everyone wants to do that. So the other thing, I think, well, first of all, I think with being glamorous, I actually think some people are really dressing up this year, even just to sort of go to the pub.
Yeah,
so I sort of think anything goes. I think whatever makes you feel good, really, just have fun with it. And I think, again, as long as you're comfortable, because I don't think anyone ever looks glamorous when they're uncomfortable.
Totally.
And I just think keep it simple. That whole, I mean, I'm a great, one of my problems is that I love accessories, and so I'll put one on, but I am now doing that Diana Vreeland thing of always taking something off before you leave the house, and it's such a good tip. It's such a good tip. Or, you know, if in doubt, just get someone to take a quick picture of you on your phone.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Because what you think looks great doesn't always translate. Because I think when you're getting ready in the mirror, you just can focus on one bit. It's actually when you see the whole thing. So yeah.
But also, we've been wearing leggings for a year, so I think any opportunity to dress up, let's
exactly.
just do it. Yeah. If you're overdressed, you're overdressed.
It makes me so happy at the moment whenever I see anyone just, really dressing up, really just having fun with fashion again. And
I mean, weirdly, in our business, it's not necessarily devil wears Prada, because actually a lot of fashion editors underdress because it's much cooler, and you shouldn't be seen to be making too much of an effort. But I think actually, what the heck, overdress. If that's what you like, overdress, or
totally,
just do whatever makes you feel happy, but make sure you're doing it well.
Yes.
Absolutely, love all those tips. So our final model look today is looking at something that I think we're all going to be wrestling with this summer, which is staycation dressing, or kind of holidaying in the UK. I mean, let's not get started on all the ambers and greens and red lists and all the traffic
good
lights
colours.
and testing. So I think lots of us might be playing it safe and going to Devon or Cornwall or Scotland or Wales, or so many great places to explore. Anyway, you definitely can't be wearing your sort of bikinis and floaty dresses you'd be wearing in Greece. So lots of things to think about for this. So we've got lovely Tallulah wearing a look that we've put together as a sort of possible staycation vibe. I'm so in love with this pinafore dress. It's from It's from Bowden, and I just think it's really chic. And I was actually trying it on earlier without a top underneath. And you could, again, it's one of those things you could really dress it up with heels and jewellery, or dress down like this. What other bits have we got with it, Krissy?
We have got some trainers, which I believe are John Lewis as well, and a Whistles crossbody bag, which is great.
I like the trainers. Are they leather?
Yeah, I believe they are.
They look very smart, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
They're a sort of cross between a brogue and they're like a brogue trainer.
Yeah, they're really sleek.
A brainer.
You've coined it.
Yeah. Let's not go there.
But they're smart enough you could kind of wear to the office.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
I would wear like maybe this suit with a pair of those trainers, and
really
that's great for going back to the office as well, isn't
But
it?
it's nice to have a denim dress, because I was going to say, for a staycation, I'd always go the trouser route because I feel the cold. And
but denim is good though because it's weighty, so it's not that fabric that's going to blow up in the breeze on the beach. So this is a great dress.
And I quite like a three-quarter length trousers on holiday, because at least you can get a bit of a tan on your ankles. And I like trousers that you can belt in because it gives you a bit more variety, more options, and then you can make it look quite feminine. And because I also think when you're doing wider trousers, which is nice on holiday somehow, because you don't want to feel all trussed up. With wider trousers, it is nice to accentuate a bit of your body if you can, because it stops you looking like
losing your silhouette.
A sort of a rectangle, which is
definitely
it's good. And always a stripy top, and it's nice to see something that I love navy and white, but it's nice to see olive and white.
And
there was such
an
as well. There were tons.
There was such a good selection. I mean, I have a whole drawer of Breton tops at home. Maybe I can justify adding this one to the collection. And I do feel like the stripy top, I mean, it has got those sort of yummy mummy connotations, but it is having a bit of a comeback. It was like on some big catwalks last season, and there's lots of different ways you can style it up.
It's such a classic, isn't it? But and also I think layers when you're obviously on a staycation. Actually, people get really cross when you use staycation when you're actually going on holiday.
I know, I wasn't quite sure how to describe that.
I've just seen all the below the line comments on various news sites. So going away, but in the UK, layers is just a must.
And that's why we put that Breton underneath, because you could put a cardigan on top. And if it gets a bit chilly.
And then if the sun suddenly came out, you could whip it all off and just have your strappy dress.
And
it's perfect.
It's good.
I really like this bag as well.
Yeah, the bag is great. So handy. So many pockets. I've already been in it.
And also nice and chunky.
Yeah, exactly.
But quite small. I really just don't like big bags anymore.
Yeah,
no. I guess if you're going to the beach, a lovely straw bag is
yeah,
great.
then a big
But this
tote,
is really nice for strolling around.
Yeah, I think if I have a big bag, I just fill it. I don't even need all of that stuff. I just fill it up. So yeah, a small bag.
And I think this one you can kind of extend it to be crossbody or whatever. So that is very good.
What make is that bag?
It's Whistles, that bag. Oh, yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
You can just throw a trench coat on and
the
you're ready to go.
high street bags have got so much better, haven't they?
Yeah, definitely. I think that looks really expensive.
Yeah, it's got nice sleek hardware on it.
So what would be some other pieces that you would take if you were going on a staycation?
I would definitely take, we had a nice striped shirt that you were nearly going to wear, which I would definitely take, because if it was warm enough, I'd wear it over a swimsuit on the beach, tuck it into those wide leg trousers. That's a must for me, definitely.
I've discovered the perfect chunky cardigans, because I think sometimes boyfriend cardigans can be a bit shapeless or baggy. There's a brand called navygrey.co. It's a funny website address, but I think that's what it is. And they have done a just what I've said, a chunky cardigan, and the cut of it is so brilliant. I think you might have one, Beth.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, this was
I
ringing bells.
am wearing that day in and day out, and it just holds its shape, and it's not too long. Again, that's good when you're short. So that would be a really for me, that's a definite. And I always love some kind of utility jacket.
Yeah.
Khaki, deep pockets for all the rubbish that you, I mean, then you can pretend you don't need a handbag, but actually you've got it all in your pockets. No, I love those. And also you can layer those. They're voluminous mostly, and you can layer them over things. So I've got a few of those. I noticed when I was walking around the John Lewis floor that they've got Polo Ralph Lauren, and I think a lot of people, when they think of Polo Ralph Lauren, they think, oh, it's got all the motifs on, but it doesn't. A lot of it doesn't. They've got some really nice knitwear. Definitely worth having a look at. And M&S, are we allowed to say that? Autograph. The cashmere is so nice this year. It's really good. They've done some tie-dye ones I love. So definitely fling a few of those in, and T-shirts.
Yeah.
And there was a lovely Barber. Do you remember we saw
there's
a
really
nice Barber, a quilted navy one.
I think I've got that
it's
one.
It's good, and it's got the floral collar.
I
love that.
I haven't got the one with the floral collar. But the other thing is just to say again, like the camisole that we saw earlier, those are really useful. They're really nice under cardigans, I think. And something like this, which is modern rarity, it's sleeveless, but you don't have to show your arms if you don't want to. Or you could layer it over a t-shirt. I just think those kinds of pieces are really useful, because actually shirts are lovely, but I don't know, I'm not a very good ironer. Just things that
maybe you have to go for a linen one that's like purposefully.
Yeah, exactly. Part of the look.
Linen is really having a resurgence, isn't it?
I love linen.
There's some beautiful linen pieces around. So I think it's great to have something where the creases really are part of it, and just don't get too hung up on it.
Yeah,
I mean, there are some fabrics that look good when they're creased and others that don't, so just make life easier.
And that's why we love those printed dresses, because they can be as creased as you like, because the print hides it.
Yeah, that's so true. A good hack.
Yeah.
I have to say my staycation, what I basically always wear is like a trench coat.
Do you?
I love a trench coat.
What, even in the summer?
Do you know what? There's very few holidays I've been on where I've felt it's hot enough to not wear one. But maybe this summer, fingers crossed. And yeah, I'm with you on the knitwear, because I always love like slinging it around my shirt, almost using it like a scarf kind of thing, because then it just means you don't have to pack
instead
the
of the
scarf.
pashmina.
Yeah, of course, Lisa. And while we still got Tallulah here, can we talk about comfy shoes in general?
Oh, yes.
Because we had lots of questions about this. Quite a few people talking about the sort of ugly shoe trend, you know, whether that's chunky trainers, chunky sandals, and just feeling like maybe they can't actually do that because it just looks ugly. So how would you find sort of the perfect balance between comfy and ugly and elegant? And
well, I sort of think, tooting my own horn, but mine are a good example because they're quite polished.
They're beautiful.
And they are Dune, not
Are they
Chanel.
Dune?
Yes. Sadly, but
no, I know you don't do Chanel. You're going on a budget.
Yes, but they're black and gold, so there's that polished element. So I could wear them to work, I feel like. Whereas I wouldn't do like a flip-flop style or like a toe post style to work, because I feel like there's not enough coverage. So a chunky sandal, super comfortable. Although I did have to do the slipper socks trick with these to break them in. But I feel like this is a good example, maybe.
Definitely.
Smart hardware, smart colour.
I'm with you. I'm struggling on this myself, because I had a year in trainers like most people, and I do not want to go back to uncomfortable shoes. I think check out the soles for padding, because actually even a shoe that looks as though it should be comfortable, either because it's really flat or it's a flat form, you know, some of them are just sort of constructed. They feel as though they're constructed out of blocks of wood.
Yeah, you can't bend your feet. You need a flexible.
No. I'm going to give another shout out for M&S, even though we're in John Lewis, because I think that some of the shoes in that department, we were talking about this the other day, have got really good, and they have this thing called insolia, which is the padding.
Heaven sent.
Heaven sent. But you know, people have different tolerance for heel. It really is to do with your feet. I can't wear anything now that the balls of my feet just really hurt if it's a badly constructed shoe. So it's the ongoing quest. I think maybe just embrace the ugly shoes sometimes.
Definitely.
I'm also loving a ballerina flat.
I love a ballerina.
Yeah.
But okay, some brands that are, because sometimes they're so flimsy, they either gape or you just feel as though you're walking straight onto concrete.
Although we have a great pair, Bethan. You have them in silver, I have them in white.
Well, Lisa and I were talking about them earlier. It's this brilliant, very small brand called Essen, ESSEN, and I think I've got them in like 3 or 4 colours now.
They're so comfortable.
They're not super cheap. I mean, they're not wildly expensive, but they're an investment. But my ones are, because I find ballerinas always wear out really quickly.
Yeah.
But these ones are really comfortable, really hard wearing, come in lots of great colours. I mean, if I just could only wear one pair of shoes for a while, it would just be those, because they go with anything.
Yeah.
The other thing that I find myself wearing a lot, when I put on shoes and I think, nah, is my silver metallic Converse low top. They've got, they're like a flat form, they're about that high. So I'm 5'4", love wearing trousers, but need as much leg length as I can get. They look amazing with flares or crops or skinnies. And because they're metallic, I don't know, I feel
Bit jazzy.
I feel they're a bit more, I can wear them somewhere. I mean, I would wear them pretty much everywhere. Obviously, I'm not going to wear them if I was going to ask her, no, don't worry, I will be wearing here, well, some kind of shoe. But I think you can get some really nice trainers still.
Yeah.
So it's, you know, it's just looking around. There is a lot out there. I've noticed just walking around late, you know, the last few days, that a lot of shops are doing this kind of flat form or a low block heel. LK Bennett got some really nice low block heels.
I think Diane was wearing a great pair as well. Those ones,
Perfect. Thank you so much, Talila.
Thank you.
Lovely. So we're very nearly finished, but we've just got time to cram in one or two more reader questions, some really good ones. I really like this one. So how can I update the clothes that I haven't worn since before lockdown and just want to give them a little bit of a new lease of life? Obviously, there's no specifics there, but what's just some little things that you would inject to make something feel more
That is a really
modern?
good question. I would do like this dress, for instance, tomorrow, because I have it till tomorrow. I'm going to wear it with jeans underneath, hopefully if the weather's not too hot, and then just wear it open up to the waist. And that's just like a new way of wearing it. So I think you just have to find those new styling spins rather than shopping and buying anything new. So I would do that. I have lots of knitted sweater vests that I would wear under just different things. So I'd wear one.
Do you mean like a tank, a knitted tank?
A tank?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Rather than putting them on under a shirt, which is what I would just go to, I'd put them on over a printed dress. So it's just those little tricks, pairing something new. You know, you have those go-to outfits that you went to. So it's just about mixing them all up. Yeah. And it will just feel fresher, I think.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah. Accessory, jewelry, earrings. That's mainly what I do. And also, I think shoes. I've got clothes that are years old because my style hasn't really changed that much. So it's always about the shoes. And I find when I look at my wardrobe, it's the shoes that date. It's not the clothes.
Yeah, that's very true.
So. Yeah, sometimes I'm sorry, but an ugly shoe will just make the outfit look more.
It's a modern touch, isn't it? Yeah.
I was thinking actually with both of you both have those kind of chunky sandals on, and it just instantly makes it look right for now, which is great.
So if you're going to buy one thing this season.
Well, which leads me on very nicely to another really great question. I think sometimes you can feel so overwhelmed with shopping. Someone's asked, what are 5 pieces that I need to create like a great capsule wardrobe right now?
Oh, that's a good question.
Maybe you could come up with them between you.
Yeah. I feel like I'm going to be on my own with this, but white jeans.
Oh no, I'd go with.
Okay,
I mean, actually, I personally wouldn't do white just because I feel they're kind of ubiquitous. But I might do more of a light
cream.
A cream.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's close to white as possible.
A cream or a beige or something. Yeah. I love that.
What else do they need?
I think some kind of little jackety thing,
like
whether
a coloured
it's
blazer.
A coloured blazer, or more of a cardigan thing like this, or a denim, just some kind of really good anchoring piece. That sounds very fashion editory, doesn't it? But it will anchor a lot of your outfits.
This is true. And I know we've said it, but the chunky sandal definitely is the one that goes with everything. You can wear it with the printed dress, you can wear it with the floaty trousers, wear it with jeans. So that's a good piece. And
I think really a lightweight knit, whether it's a jumper or a cardigan or a V-neck or a round, just something, because you can wear that over dresses, underdresses with skirts, trousers, and you want to feel the right temperature. I think people sometimes forget about that, or they underestimate. Well, for me personally, if I'm too cold or too hot, that's it.
Yeah,
that's not a good outfit. Did we do 4 there?
I think I actually lost count, but I think that sounds like maybe a great dress.
And your trench.
Well.
Yeah, great dress.
Or a great dress.
Yeah. Dress. Or a trench. I mean, I love a trench.
And with the dress, I think it's really nice to have something, like Krissy says, that you could wear open, buttoned up, over a t-shirt, under a jacket.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, because a good dress is probably going to be quite some outlay. So you really want it to work hard for its money. And even something, I like a dress that you can put a sweater over so that it could work as a skirt.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Brilliant. Oh, I feel like we've crammed a lot into the last few minutes. So thank you so much for sharing all your brilliant knowledge with us, and hopefully we have given you all
Thank you for the questions.
Good
great.
inspiration and ideas for summer ahead. Thank you so much.